Imagine a time when American roads were filled with trucks so unique, they seemed to come from another planet. From bold designs to ideas that defied convention, the 1960s gave rise to truck brands that were as eccentric as they were ambitious. But where are they now? In this video, we're diving into the forgotten history of 20 of the most bizarre American truck brands from the 1960s. Companies that dared to dream big, but vanished into obscurity. Get ready to explore jaw-dropping designs, wild engineering, and the untold stories of trucks that time almost forgot. Why did these brands fade away? And could some of their bold ideas make a comeback today? Stick around to find out. Number 20. Fargo Trucks were a key part of North American and international trucking history, serving as Dodge's sibling brand under Chrysler's umbrella. While largely forgotten today, Fargo offered distinctive trucks that helped shape mid-century commercial transportation. Launched in the late 1920s, Fargo Trucks were Chrysler's answer to the growing demand for reliable work vehicles. Positioned alongside Dodge, Fargo was primarily aimed at export markets, including Canada, Australia, and parts of Europe. This strategic move allowed Chrysler to expand its reach while preserving Dodge's brand identity in the United States. Fargo trucks were bizarre, mainly because of their unique branding strategy. They were nearly identical to Dodge trucks in design, engineering, and performance, but existed almost exclusively for export markets or specific regions like Canada. This made them feel like an alternate reality version of Dodge. Number 19. Han Trucks carved out a niche as a small-scale manufacturer known for their specialized designs and focus on functionality. These trucks played a significant role in industries requiring precision-built, reliable vehicles. Founded in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, Han Trucks began as a fire apparatus company in the early 1900s, before transitioning to truck manufacturing. Their emphasis was on custom-built vehicles, tailored to meet the needs of fire departments, municipalities, and industrial clients. Though never a major player in the broader trucking market, Han Trucks gained a reputation for quality and dependability. Han Trucks were bizarre because of their hyper-focused business model and small-scale production approach in an industry dominated by mass manufacturers. Instead of trying to compete with large companies like Mack or International Harvester, Han specialized almost exclusively in niche markets, such as fire trucks and municipal vehicles. This gave them an almost boutique-like presence in the trucking world. Number 18. Federal Motor Truck Company was a prominent name in the early days of trucking, delivering reliable and versatile vehicles for commercial and military use. Despite its solid reputation, the brand faded into obscurity after World War II. Founded in 1910 in Detroit, Michigan, Federal quickly gained a reputation for producing dependable trucks for various industries. During both World Wars, Federal became a key supplier of military vehicles, cementing its status as a reliable brand. However, after World War II, increased competition and market consolidation made it difficult for Federal to keep pace with larger manufacturers. Federal's designs emphasized function over form with utilitarian exterior. Their cabs offered basic comfort and straightforward controls, tailored to long hours of operation. Federal also specialized in custom-built vehicles, allowing clients to specify configurations for unique industrial or logistical needs. Number 17. The Mack C-Series was a lesser-known chapter in the legacy of Mack trucks, overshadowed by iconic models like the B-Series and R-Series. Despite its lower profile, the C-Series offered unique features tailored to urban and municipal applications. The C-Series typically featured Mack's in-house gasoline or diesel engines, with outputs ranging from 130 to 200 horsepower. The forward-control design maximized cargo space while maintaining maneuverability. With options for multiple axle configurations and durable chassis setups, the C-Series was a practical choice for applications like delivery, garbage collection, and light construction work. While the Mack C-Series didn't achieve the iconic status of its siblings, it demonstrated Mack's willingness to innovate and adapt to changing market demands. Have you ever spotted one of these rare trucks? Or do you think Mack should have pursued this concept further? Number 16. Ward LeFrance was a distinctive manufacturer known for its fire trucks and industrial vehicles, combining functionality with unique styling. These vehicles became icons in the fire service and specialized industries, during the mid-20th century. Founded in 1916 in Elmira Heights, New York, LeFrance initially produced heavy-duty industrial trucks before shifting focus to fire apparatus. During World War II, the company also supplied military vehicles, further establishing its reputation for durability. By the post-war era, LeFrance was synonymous with high-quality, purpose-built fire trucks, recognized for their innovative designs. LeFrance was bizarre for its ability to merge two seemingly opposing qualities: highly utilitarian vehicles and striking, almost luxurious design elements. While most fire truck and industrial vehicle manufacturers focus purely on function, LeFrance brought in Art Deco-inspired styling with sleek lines and chrome accents that seem more suited to luxury cars than heavy-duty apparatus. Number 15. Kaiser Jeep was bizarre because it was a brand caught between innovation and market constraints. Known for its rugged, utilitarian vehicles, such as the iconic Jeep CJ and military trucks, it excelled in niches but struggled to expand into mainstream markets. The brand was in a unique position, having inherited the Jeep legacy after World War II, but its focus on utility over mass market appeal made it feel like a specialist in a world shifting toward multi-purpose, consumer-friendly vehicles. What made it stranger was Kaiser Jeep's bold yet unsuccessful forays into new segments, like the Jeep Wagoneer, a pioneer of the SUV concept, but ahead of its time. The company's inability to compete with larger automakers, despite having groundbreaking models, highlighted its odd position as both innovative and constrained. Number 14. Freightliner's bubble-nose trucks stood out as bold experiments in truck design, aiming to optimize aerodynamics and visibility. However, these unique vehicles struggled to gain practical acceptance, making them an intriguing yet short-lived chapter in trucking history. Introduced in the mid-20th century, Freightliner's bubble nose was a response to the need for more efficient and driver-friendly trucks. Designed with a rounded cab-over-engine layout, it was intended to maximize visibility and reduce wind resistance. Despite its innovative intentions, the design's quirks and limitations prevented it from achieving widespread success. Freightliner's bubble-nose trucks were bizarre because their futuristic design was both innovative and impractical. The rounded cab, meant to improve aerodynamics and visibility, ended up creating unexpected challenges. The unconventional shape made cooling the engine difficult, limited customization options for different applications, and resulted in a cramped interior for drivers. An odd trade-off for a truck meant to prioritize utility. Number 13. Corbett Trucks was a trailblazing manufacturer known for its custom-built vehicles that pushed the boundaries of design and engineering. These trucks, though ahead of their time, remain a lesser-known gem in the history of heavy-duty vehicles. Founded in 1899 in Henderson, North Carolina, Corbett began as a manufacturer of wagons before transitioning to motorized trucks. By the mid-20th century, the company was producing military and commercial vehicles, gaining a reputation for their durability and innovative features. Despite their advancements, Corbett couldn't compete with larger manufacturers, ceasing operations in the 1950s. Corbett trucks were bizarre because they combined forward-thinking engineering with a focus on niche markets, creating vehicles that felt almost too advanced for their time. While competitors focused on mass production, Corbett built highly specialized custom vehicles, featuring innovations like air brakes and ergonomic cab designs when such features were far from standard. Number 12. The Dodge Power Giant was a bold and flashy entry into the truck market, showcasing Dodge's attempt to blend rugged utility with stylish design. Despite its appeal, this line was short-lived compared to its more enduring competitors. Introduced in 1957, the Power Giant series was Dodge's answer to the growing demand for versatile, heavy-duty trucks that could handle both work and play. It featured advanced engineering for the time, but stiff competition from Ford and Chevrolet limited its impact. By the early 1960s, the Power Giant name had faded, giving way to Dodge's newer designs. The Dodge Power Giant was bizarre because it attempted to fuse the rugged utility of a truck with the flashy, over-the-top styling of 1950s automobiles. An unusual combination for the era. Tail fins, two-tone paint jobs, and chrome accents made it look more like a showpiece than a workhorse, which was an odd direction for heavy-duty trucks designed for practicality. Its innovative features, like the swept-line bed and powerful V8 engines, were ahead of their time, but the aesthetic choices didn't resonate with traditional truck buyers. This mismatch between style and purpose, coupled with its short lifespan, made the power giant a curious anomaly in Dodge's truck history. It was a truck trying to be everything at once, and in the process, struggled to find its audience. Number 11. Founded in 1902, International Harvester initially focused on agricultural machinery before expanding into trucks. By the mid-20th century, IH trucks were staples of farms, construction sites, and transport fleets. However, as competitors embraced modernization in design, technology, and manufacturing, IH's aging lineup began to lose its competitive edge. International Harvester was bizarre because it excelled at building incredibly rugged, reliable trucks, but seemed almost stubbornly resistant to change. While competitors like Ford and Chevrolet embraced sleeker designs, improved comfort, and advanced technology, IH stuck to its utilitarian roots, focusing solely on durability. This created an odd mismatch in a market that was increasingly demanding both functionality and modern appeal. What made IH even stranger was how they led in industries like agriculture, but couldn't transfer that innovation to their trucks. Their reluctance to modernize interiors, streamline manufacturing, or adapt to shifting consumer preferences ultimately made them feel outdated, a curious anomaly in an era of rapid industrial evolution. Number 10. The GMC Cracker Box was a compact cab-over-engine truck that stood out for its unique name and unconventional design. Though small in stature, it made a big impact in the trucking industry during its production years. Introduced in the early 1960s, the Cracker Box was GMC's solution for urban and regional hauls, where maneuverability and space efficiency were critical. Its nickname came from its boxy, compact cab design, which resembled a cracker box. Despite its practicality, it had a relatively short production run, ending in the 1970s as trucking demands evolved. With its distinctive boxy design, the Cracker Box prioritized functionality, offering excellent visibility and tight turning capabilities ideal for city driving. However, the cab's small size and basic interior made long-haul driving uncomfortable, and its engine placement under the cab meant heat and noise were constant challenges for drivers. The GMC Cracker Box was bizarre because of its extreme focus on compactness, which led to design choices that were both ingenious and impractical. Its boxy cab-over layout maximized cargo space and maneuverability, but it came at the cost of driver comfort. The cab was so compact that it earned its quirky nickname, resembling a literal cracker box, an unusual moniker for a heavy-duty truck. Number 9. Sterling's story is bizarre because it represents a rare and unconventional blend of two very different automotive philosophies: Japanese engineering precision and British luxury design. On paper, this partnership between Honda and Austin Rover seemed like a perfect match. Honda's proven mechanical reliability underpinned a car with the upscale styling and interior craftsmanship that European luxury buyers crave. However, the execution led to a series of contradictions. For starters, while the cars were mechanically solid thanks to Honda's components, their British assembly introduced quality control issues, including inconsistent build quality and electrical gremlins. This mix confused customers, expecting trouble-free ownership from a brand tied to Honda's reputation. Adding to the confusion was Sterling's marketing in North America, which positioned it as a luxury brand. But the limited model lineup and its failure to stand out against established players like BMW and Mercedes-Benz left buyers scratching their heads. Ultimately, Sterling's bizarre nature lay in how its bold ambition to bridge two automotive worlds clashed with the practical realities of the market. It left enthusiasts wondering what might have been if the execution had matched the concept. What do you think about this unusual pairing? Ingenious or just too ambitious? Number 8. The story of FWD, four-wheel drive, is bizarre because this pioneering company was a trailblazer in four-wheel drive technology, yet it struggled to stay relevant in the market it helped create. Founded in the early 1900s, FWD's innovative systems were instrumental in early military and commercial trucks, proving the benefits of sending power to all four wheels in challenging conditions. Despite its groundbreaking contributions, the brand eventually faded into obscurity. FWD was ahead of its time, introducing four-wheel drive in trucks long before it became standard in rugged vehicles. Its vehicles were crucial in World War I, helping armies navigate treacherous terrain with ease. However, by the mid-1900s, competition from larger manufacturers like GMC and Jeep, who refined and scaled four-wheel drive technology, left FWD struggling to compete. The bizarre element lies in FWD's inability to capitalize on its own innovation. While other brands adapted their designs for mass-market appeal, FWD's focus on niche applications like fire trucks and specialty vehicles limited its growth. What do you think held FWD back from dominating the market it revolutionized? Number 7. Studebaker trucks stand out as a bizarre chapter in automotive history because they combined undeniable style and flair with a perplexing lack of practicality. Known for their sleek, forward-thinking designs, Studebaker's trucks often looked ahead of their time, but struggled to meet the functional demands of truck buyers. This disconnect between form and function ultimately contributed to their downfall. Throughout the mid-1900s, Studebaker trucks like the Transtar series boasted bold styling with rounded edges and eye-catching grills, standing out against the boxy, utilitarian designs of competitors. However, beneath the attractive exteriors, their payload capacities and durability didn't always match the rugged performance expected of work vehicles. Buyers seeking reliable, heavy-duty trucks often turned to competitors like Ford or Chevrolet. The irony is that Studebaker's commitment to innovation in design alienated the very audience it needed to thrive. While their trucks appealed visually, they lacked the workhorse reliability required to build long-term loyalty in a demanding market. Do you think Studebaker could have survived if they balanced style with sturdier performance? Number 6, Divco's story is bizarre because its vehicles were once icons of efficiency and purpose. Yet their singular focus on milk delivery made them uniquely vulnerable to changing times. For decades, Divco trucks were instantly recognizable with their boxy design, stand-up driving position, and slow but steady performance. However, as home milk delivery dwindled, Divco found itself unable to adapt, leading to its obsolescence. Founded in the early 1900s, Divco revolutionized the dairy industry with trucks designed specifically for stop-and-go delivery routes. Their electric start, low-speed torque, and insulated bodies were perfect for keeping milk fresh and navigating tight urban streets. These trucks became a symbol of mid-century neighborhoods and a trusted staple for households. The bizarre aspect lies in how Divco's hyper-specialization left it stranded. As supermarkets replaced home delivery and consumer habits shifted, Divco failed to diversify or find a broader purpose for its vehicles. What could have been an adaptable platform instead became a relic of a bygone era. Do you think Divco could have survived by evolving its trucks for new industries? Number 5. Autocar's story is bizarre because it began as a trailblazer in heavy-duty vocational trucks, but slowly faded into the background despite its specialization. Founded in the late 1800s, Autocar was one of the first manufacturers to produce motor vehicles in the United States. It carved out a niche by focusing on work-specific trucks, like refuse haulers and construction vehicles, yet its once prominent name eventually diminished in influence. Autocar's early innovations included reliable commercial trucks, tailored for demanding industries, featuring robust engines and customizable configurations. By the mid-1900s, it became synonymous with durability and utility. However, as competitors like Mack and Freightliner modernized their fleets and expanded offerings, Autocar's relatively narrow focus and slower adaptation to industry trends left it struggling to maintain market share. The bizarre element is how a company so deeply embedded in vocational trucking could lose prominence, while the market it helped define continued to thrive. Autocar remained relevant in niches but couldn't sustain the widespread influence it once held. Do you think Autocar's fate was sealed by its specialization, or could it have broadened its scope to stay competitive? Number 4. The White Motor Company's story is bizarre because it rose to prominence as a producer of durable, high-quality trucks, yet its steady decline and eventual disappearance contrasts sharply with its strong early reputation. Founded in the early 1900s, White was a dominant name in the trucking industry for much of the 20th century, producing vehicles prized for their rugged construction and reliability. However, a combination of mismanagement and market shifts led to its unexpected downfall. White Motor Company gained fame for its dependable heavy-duty trucks, catering to industries ranging from transportation to construction. It even diversified into military vehicles during World War II, solidifying its reputation. Yet by the 1970s, growing competition, rising costs, and an inability to innovate as quickly as rivals like Freightliner and Mack put White at a disadvantage. Financial troubles eventually led to its assets being acquired by Volvo in the early 1980s. The bizarre aspect is how a company with such a strong foundation in truck manufacturing, one that had built a legacy of toughness and dependability, could lose its footing so completely. Do you think White Motor Company could have turned things around with better leadership, or was its fate inevitable? Number 3. Brockway's story is bizarre because it crafted heavy-duty trucks with a distinct identity, symbolized by its iconic bulldog hood ornament, yet it vanished despite its loyal customer base and solid reputation. Founded in 1912, Brockway specialized in rugged, dependable trucks designed for demanding industries like logging and construction. However, its rise and fall highlight the peculiar challenges of staying relevant in a fiercely competitive market. Brockway's trucks were known for their strength and customization, catering to niche industries that required reliability above all else. The bulldog hood ornament became a symbol of durability, earning the brand a devoted following. Yet after being acquired by Mack Trucks in the 1950s, Brockway gradually lost its independence. By the 1970s, Mack ceased production under the Brockway name, citing redundancy and market pressures. The bizarre aspect lies in how a brand with a strong, unique image and proven products couldn't survive consolidation and changing market dynamics. Do you think Brockway's legacy could have continued if it had remained independent or diversified its offerings? Number 2. Rio's story is bizarre because it transitioned from being a leader in trucks to a rapid decline despite its early success and innovation. Founded by Ransom E. Olds in 1904, Rio quickly became known for producing reliable and durable vehicles, including cars and heavy-duty trucks. However, by the 1960s, the company had faded into near obscurity, leaving many to wonder how it fell so far from its early heights. Rio trucks, like the famous Rio Speedwagon, set benchmarks for utility and performance, especially in commercial and military applications. Their robust engineering and practical designs made them highly sought after for decades. However, mounting competition, poor management decisions, and a failure to modernize left Rio unable to keep up with industry giants like International Harvester and Mack. What makes Rio's decline bizarre is how a company with such a strong start and an innovative reputation could lose its way so completely. Its early dominance suggests untapped potential that went unfulfilled. Could better strategic direction have saved Rio, or was its decline inevitable in such a competitive industry? Number 1. Diamond T's story is bizarre because it combined luxury and utility in a way few truck makers dared, creating vehicles that were as elegant as they were functional. Founded in 1905, the company gained a reputation for producing the Cadillac of trucks, blending stylish, almost car-like designs with heavy-duty performance. Despite its distinctiveness and loyal following, Diamond T eventually disappeared, merging into obscurity after a mid-century peak. The trucks featured sleek grilles, chrome accents, and attention to detail more typical of luxury cars than work vehicles. Models like the Diamond T201 pickup offered rugged performance alongside unprecedented refinement. However, the company's niche focus and lack of mass market appeal limited its ability to compete with larger manufacturers like Ford and Chevrolet. By the 1960s, Diamond T had merged with Rio to form Diamond Rio, marking the end of its independent identity. The bizarre aspect is how a brand that so effectively married elegance with functionality could fade away despite its unique market position. Do you think Diamond T could have survived if it prioritized innovation or scaled production to reach a broader audience?